Hey guys, Junior from All My Auto Detailing here. Today we're going to talk about what do we need to start a detailing service. I know there's a lot of you guys that want to open a mobile detailing service or want a kind of a shop of your own, but don't kind of have the budget there or don't know exactly what to get to start. So today I ended up making two different types of lists. One of them is a bare minimum of what you need with kind of a price range or how much you might spend, and a second list of other supplies of where basically you can offer a little bit of extra services, while getting started. So the first thing is buckets. You need buckets, at least 2 to 3 buckets. You need what's called a 3-bucket method, which basically implies you have one with soapy water, one with your rinsing water to rinse the sponge off, and then one for the wheels and tires. You don't want to mix those together because you can cause contamination to where you can end up creating swirls and scratches on the client's vehicle. Then the next thing is going to be soap. You need soap. Now, excuse me, in this day and age, now we have different types of washing methods and different types of solutions that you can use to wash a person's vehicle. There's your traditional car soap, there's your rinseless wash, and then now there's also your waterless wash, which means you don't use any water whatsoever. I'm going to show you these supplies right here. Over here I have the 3D washing wax, which basically is a car soap with some wax infused into it, which will give you a shine at the end of the wash. Then we have the rinseless wash, which implies that you still use some water to do the vehicle, but it minimizes the amount of water that you use. And this only requires about an ounce for every 2 gallons of water. So it really does minimize the amount that you use as you're washing the vehicle. And this product itself is very versatile, where you can use it for outside and inside the vehicle as well. Later on, I'll show you how to use this product. Then right here is the waterless wash, which basically these products nowadays come with a certain thickness in the chemical itself or the lubricity, which it's supposed to bring up the dirt off of the panel, and then you wipe off. There's a certain way to kind of use these, but at the end of the day, these are great for mainly detailers where their state has some type of water restriction, or you can't get any water into your shop in some way, shape, or form. So you could use these to kind of make up for that. The next thing, garden hoses. I personally suggest getting 2 50-foot hard garden hoses with quick connects on them. Reason being for that, instead of getting a 100-foot garden hose, when you're done with a detail job, you're going to be tired. You don't want to reel up a whole 100 feet garden hose and have to drag it to your vehicle. With 2 50-foot garden hoses, generally for the most part, you're only going to need 50 foot. But there's those times where, rare moments where it's happened to me, where the spigot is on the other side of the house and it does not reach. Luckily, I have certain products like the rinseless wash where it has helped me with those situations. But having those 2 different garden hoses that you can quick connect together will help you tremendously. Believe me, it will. That's kind of that other 50 foot is basically just to kind of for those emergency moments where it does not reach. Next thing is sponges. You need sponges to do a car wash. Generally, I suggest the ones with the microfiber in it. It helps tremendously when washing a vehicle because it kind of picks up the dirt. The fibers pick up the dirt and kind of embed themselves in there, that way causing less to no swirls on the vehicle as you're washing the car. The next thing is tire dressing or tire shine. Let's see. I have here the Meguiar's Detailed Hyper Dressing. You don't have to get this one specifically. You know, you can also get others by other brands like Superior and say, you know, Grill's Garage. It all depends on what you're looking for and what you need. Generally, the gallon sizes, they tend to come where you can dilute them to a specific ratio with some water, and kind of you're buying a gallon, but in reality you're buying more like 2-3 gallons depending on the ratio mix. Then the next thing is a vacuum. You need a vacuum. Right here I have a Hart vacuum. They can run, this one right here can run you anywhere between, I believe, $60 up. Now, if you're on a tight budget, look for used vacuums. You could go to Facebook Marketplace, you go to those used apps where you can buy supplies and products, because there's a lot of people that want to kind of get rid of the stuff that they have, and it'll save you a lot of money to start off. Microfiber towels. This is just a roll that I have. I generally use these for other purposes, but basically you need microfiber towels to start. Again, if you're on a budget, you could start off with those 20 packs. There's like, not 20 packs, the $20 packs that come with like 30 with a bunch of different colors. That way you could kind of color code the jobs themselves of what you specifically use them for. Then later on, as you get better and you start, you know, making some money in the business, you could upgrade those towels to, say, for example, I have a few here that are basically from the Rag Company. Supposed to be one of the best companies out there for detailing. Next thing is spray wax. Right here. Right here I have the Detailer's Synthetic Express spray wax. That basically, if you're trying to offer a service, and let's say you want to keep it minimum to the basic, that you just want to wash the outside of the car, you could get some type of spray wax, which you could kind of use as an add-on. You can either make it part of your service and charge a little bit more in the package itself, or just make it as an add-on. You could just wash the car and then charge 15, 20, 30 bucks for your service. And those spray waxes are really good, where you just spray twice per panel, wipe down. You can even use it as a drying aid, which basically means while the car's still wet, you spray it on, wipe the whole car, and it's already nice, clean, shiny, and protected. Next thing I would suggest is some type of degreaser or all-purpose cleaner. You need some type of all-purpose cleaner, or, well, you don't necessarily need it, but it's great for those cars that interiors tend to be kind of nasty, or tend to have like coffee stains, or, you know, melted candy in the cup holders and whatnot. And those are great for that, to clean those type of things up. Generally, you would dilute them to a certain degree, and then you could use them for interior purposes. Degreasers, same thing. They generally come where you could dilute them to the point where it could just be used as an all-purpose cleaner. And I don't generally use it a lot, but I generally use it for those type of vehicles at that moment. Then the next thing is an interior conditioner. Let's see, right over here. Basically a vinyl rubber cleaner conditioner. These type of conditioners, you could use them on the mats, you could use them on the pedals, and they have no level of slickness, but it gives it a nice shine conditioning. Once you use that all-purpose cleaner or any type of product to clean the vinyl and the interior, you want to use something to condition it if the product itself doesn't have a cleaning property. So for example, this one right here has a cleaner and conditioner. The all-purpose cleaner doesn't. Now, just because it has cleaner doesn't mean it generally needs a little bit more power, where the APC comes in. to kind of clean those really bad grinds, and then you could go behind and use this. I've used it. It's been great. I haven't had any issues with them. Excuse me. Next thing you need is you need brushes. Right here, I have a few different types of brushes. If you're starting off and you can't get those fancy detailing brushes, that's okay. These right here are generally about 10-15 bucks, and they'll come with like a whole set, not just these two right here. If you're trying to minimize even further on the amount that you're trying to spend, use house cleaning brushes. These are generally meant for floors or bathrooms and whatnot. You could go to the bathroom section at Walmart or any type of store, and $1 each. It'll save you a lot more money, and you're just gonna have to do a little bit more of that elbow grease type of work, you know, in the beginning. But even then, even if you have like your own automatic brush type of thing, like a drill brush, these are still great to have just in case. These have saved me a few times already when the battery goes out on my drill. Then the next thing to get is applicator pads. You need some applicator pads for adding wax, putting tire shine, putting leather conditioning. There's a few different types. So for example, this is your basic applicator pad that you could use for any type of purpose, microfiber type. Then right here, I also have one where it's like a glove. You see right here, put it on. And then his two-sided. This one you could use it for leather conditioning. And then the other side has a material for you to clean glass as well. So it's great. Then the third one I have here is for tire shine. I tend to get these, and I use them for tire shine. And then others I use for the trims on the vehicles. Let's see. Another thing is a stool. This is like necessary. You almost don't have a choice. You need a stool for washing vehicles, especially if you're mobile. Basically, there's a few different sizes that you can use. I got this one at Harbor Freight for I think 20-30 bucks. This one's great. It's great to start out, but eventually you're gonna start getting vehicles where they're twice the size, like trucks and just humongous vehicles. So I ended up upgrading to Gorilla ladders. Basically, this one right here, it's huge. It'll probably rise up to about, I believe, 2-3 feet, and then it gives you more than enough height for you to reach the roofs of vehicles, on the hoods. It doesn't matter how high the vehicle is. So, and then the last thing you pretty much need, well, the last two things you need is extension cords. You need an extension cord if you're mobile to connect your vacuum. You need to connect your vacuum or any other type of electrical appliance that you have that you need to use to do your job. I suggest you can get away with a 50-foot one for a pretty long time, but same as the garden hose, I suggest getting a 100-foot one. The stool, extension cord, and vacuum are the three main things in your bare minimum supply list to start a detailing business, which is going to probably be your most expensive things. Those three things. That list alone, depending on how much research you do on where you get your stuff, can run you anywhere between $200 to $900. Now, yes, that's a bit of a wide gap, but that's generally considering the fact whether the products are new, if you go for a really expensive type of vacuum, or a specific brand of an extension cord, you know. So, but between $200 and $900 will be your starting point in a sense. If you could get away with less, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you did, and that would be great. Now, for the second part is going to be the second supply list, which basically, excuse me, it's kind of a list for you not only to make your life just a little bit easier in your detail jobs, but also offer an extended amount of services as well. So the first thing on that second list is a drill brush. You can get a drill with drill brushes, and these are great for doing interiors, door panels, you name it. They're generally color coded, which they come white, red, yellow, green. Usually the color codes mean the certain level of how thick or how hard the bristles are. Generally, I suggest getting a green one, a green set, and a white set. White sets are one of the softest ones, and they're good for the seats. And the green ones are great for the floorboards and whatnot. And when you get a drill, make sure you at least have 2 batteries. 2 batteries is like the minimum. The next thing is a dog hair removal tool. Now this one's by Lily Brush. There have been others out there that have been re-engineered or made to where it works more effectively, but these are great. I don't generally, by a stroke of luck, I don't generally get vehicles with dog hair in it where I'm from, but when I do have those few vehicles that have a little bit of dog hair or some type of hair, these has saved my life countless times. So have it whether you use it or not. It's better to have it there available than to have to leave a job and go get one, or you don't have one and you can't complete the job properly. Next thing is knee pads or some type of knee cushion. Get these. These will help you tremendously. They'll save your knees for the many times you're gonna have to get on your knees to either do the floorboards of the interior, or you're going to clean the wheels. There's different ways of you kind of doing those things, but generally this is the best thing to have for the job. You need these. I can't stress this enough. This and a few other things. The next thing that I do stress about getting, a back brace. I don't care how young you are, get one of these. You want to preserve your body, your joints, for you to live another day and do detail jobs. You get to the point where your lower back starts hurting. Whenever you do a detail job, you're gonna be out the next day. You're gonna be exhausted. You're not gonna be able to bend very well. Get one. It has happened to me. I have lower back issues, and this has saved me countless times in minimizing the pain and allowing me to make money for another day. Next thing, tool pouch. I have one here by Husky. It's basically just a pouch that you kind of put your stuff here. You know, you can put your brushes here. You can hang your bottle here. It's great mostly for the situation where you can just put it on your belt. And let's say you're doing a job, you got your brushes and everything here set to go, especially for the interior or your bottles, and you can just put it here instead of just putting it on the floor, not knowing where to put them, and then constantly, like, say you move on to the next section of the vehicle, you left the bottle on the first section that you started on. So this is great for that. This is not a necessity, but it's great to have as a convenience. Extractor or shampoo machine. Now, a lot of extractors, a lot of shampoo machines can run you anywhere between $150 all the way to about $1 to $2 grand, depending on the brand. Excuse me. A lot of money. I know a lot of us don't have the pockets for that, or not only that, a lot of us don't even get a lot of shampoo jobs. I know I don't. Generally my bread and butter is exterior wash and waxes and interior basics. I've probably done, maybe in the 2 years that I've been doing this, about 3 shampoo jobs, maybe 4, maybe 4. And you know, I generally don't really need one. You can start off with a Bissell, you know, which is about it'll run you around $150. Or my suggestion to just start off, and at that point, with your experience, you go from there. Look into this one again, the Heart. The Heart 3-in-1 vacuum is basically a shampoo machine and a wet and dry vac, and it comes with an attachment to do shampoo where you connect the water tank here, it sprays, and then you go to town. This one right here can run you again about I believe $150, and then there's other brands that will run you about $180. But if you want to offer those two type of services, you might need to spend just a little bit more. But I really do recommend at least one that's like a 3-in-1. That way, not only will you be able to offer more services, but it'll save you a bunch of space in your vehicle when you're trying to travel. Next thing is leather treatment conditioner. If you want to do the inside of vehicles and you want to offer leather treatment, it's great for those vehicles that have leather, and it could be an upcharge service from, again, $15, $20, $30, whatever you want to charge that makes you feel worth it. And I know those people that they have leather interiors, they want to keep it nice and clean, nice and rejuvenated. That way it prevents fading and cracking. So consider getting some type of leather treatment. Shop towels. Where is it? I know I had it somewhere around here. Anyway, I'll grab one from over here. Shop towels. These are great for emergency purposes. Where, let's say you have your color-coded towels for whatever exact purpose you want them for, and let's say that one part of the job you don't have enough towels left for that one specific job, or there's a certain part of the vehicle where it's so grimy and so bad where you don't want those fibers to get into your microfiber towels. Shop towels will help you with that. You know, the shop towels are great for those purposes where, you know, if you do a certain specific type of job and you know that towel, you're just gonna have to throw that towel away instead of washing it. These will save you money on those situations, and they're just great to have for just in case purposes. Clay bars. So if you guys don't know too much about it, there's a certain part of detailing that's known as decontamination, and best way for me to explain it, it's a funny analogy, but you know those nose strips that women use for blackheads, and to basically pull off blackheads from their pores. That's what clay bars are. There's different types of clay bars where it's literally a bar, or now they come in synthetic clay mats where they're either towels, they're gloves, or they're sponges. And generally they're great for claying right before you either wax or you're going to do some type of paint correction on there. I personally suggest get both the clay bar, like the traditional clay bar, for those tough moments or those tough situations, and get one of these for your wash and wax services where you're gonna clay and then just wax the vehicle itself. These synthetic ones are great. They will last you about 10, 20, 30, maybe up to 40 cars, you know, depending on how good the product is. I know this one right here lasts me, and it's still going strong, for about 20, 30 cars. Then gloves. You need gloves. You need gloves to protect your hands. Protect your skin from all the chemicals you're going to be using. Eventually, in the beginning, you think, oh, I'll be fine, you know, and just do the job and whatnot. But through time, those chemicals are going to get into your pores, into your skin, into your bloodstream, and it's going to cause you issues. So you kind of want to protect yourself so you can go on another day. Business cards. Now, business cards, I feel like it's a it kind of falls under both lists, because you gotta advertise yourself in some way, shape, or form. You know, you can't just, you know, here's my, I mean, you can, but it'll be a little bit harder for you to put yourself out there for people, letting them know that you're offering a detailing service. So you can go to Vistaprint, and you could spend anywhere between $20 all the way up to $50, $60. And you could custom make them yourself. I got this one that I just recently updated. I had one in white, and you can even add QR codes and whatnot to it. You could customize in any way, shape, or form that you wish to do so, just so you could show off your work and, you know, how professional you are. The next thing is distilled water. Yes, distilled water only costs 89 cents at Walmart, but reason you need distilled water is for those chemicals that need a certain level of dilution. Dilution is basically the process of taking a concentrated chemical or ingredient and basically thinning it out to a workable amount, to a workable strength. So distilled water, great to have for those chemicals that you need to dilute. That's part of both. I feel like that's part of both lists as well. But it only costs $1. Upholstery or carpet cleaner. I have one here that I got at Home Depot. It's called Kids and Pets. It's a stain remover and an odor cleaner, which is great for those tough stains or that specific odor that the customer just really wants to get rid of. It's great to have. It'll run you, I think, like $10-15 for the gallon, and it's a great product. It's not bad. It's worked great for me. I've had great results. Air fresheners. Air fresheners is a great thing to have for basically saying thank you to the customer. You can go and get basically those little tree type of air fresheners. It kind of, once you're done with the job, just leave it right in the middle console with your business card. You know, kind of like a gesture to say thank you for using your services. You can even go as far as customizing them. I have some that I custom made with my own logo, and you could customize the type. Let me see if I can focus it on there a little bit. No, there we go. I got them custom made online, and I even have my info. So not only does it double as a thank you, but it also is great for advertisement. They put it on there. Sometimes, how long have you kept the old air freshener in your vehicle? You generally keep it for at least a week, maybe 2 weeks, 3 stretching it, but even then, that's basically 3 weeks worth of advertisement out of just one air freshener for saying thank you. Those are a little bit more expensive than getting the ones at the store, but it's great to have to kind of put yourself out there even more. And then I believe the last thing on the list is, let me see, where is it? So a scented interior spray. Right over here. You need something like this. This one's by Ozium Air Sanitizer. And basically, let me see. Basically, these are great for when you're done with the job. I suggest getting these first over the air fresheners in case, just in case. These right here are great once you're done with the job. A few spritz on the front and back. Close the door. That's it. Not only does it give it a nice little odor, but it also eliminates bad odors, and it pretty much sanitizes the surrounding surface, the surrounding areas. And I don't believe I have it on the list, but let me see. Wheel cleaners. You need at least 2 different types of wheel cleaners. To start off, if you only have a minimum budget, non-acid wheel cleaner. The non-acid wheel cleaner is great for just any type of wheel that you're trying to do, and it works great. And then the second type is a wheel brightener or some type of acid-based wheel cleaner. that basically is for those tough brake dusts that do not want to come off. If you want to start off, you could just get this one. If you can see, you probably tell that I use this one more than this one. This was more of like emergency purposes and to get rid of those tough brake dusts. And this is just for all-purpose wheels that I've been doing since I started. 1 gallon alone can last you for a pretty long time. I've probably done at least maybe 20 or 30 cars with these. You know, they're pretty good. Let's see. You also need, let's see, which technically falls on the microfiber towels, but some good type of microfiber drying towel. They're pretty thick. They work great, especially the one with the seams on it, right there. Let me see if we can focus on that. You know, and it sucks up the water really well. This one's by the Rag Company. They're pretty good. They've lasted me for a pretty long time, so look into some type of drying towel for that. And then the last part of the last two things is if you want to get into more serious type of waxes over the spray waxes, you could get into, you know, some type of carnauba wax, or let me see, carnauba wax or sealants that basically are great for longevity and protection and in shine. And this can be also an upcharge, even a higher upcharge than the spray wax itself. All depends on how you structure your business, how you want to use it. So this part of the list will run you, I believe, between with both together, they can run you anywhere between $300 all the way to $1,000. Again, it's all depending on the brand of the product, how you do your research and find what it is you need that you're looking for, and you know, and what your budget is like. That's pretty much it. That's honestly pretty much what you need to get a detailing business started. Excuse me. If you can't afford to get everything online, that's fine. You know, you could start off looking through your local spots, your local stores like Walmart, Home Depot, your auto parts stores. Excuse me, I know O'Reilly's, they have a line of their own that actually works pretty great. If you can go online, you could go through Amazon, Walmart, some detailing sites like detailedimage.com, or the Rag Company, Detail Geek, Superior, and yeah, it's not hard to get a lot of these things to get started. Let's see, what else? Who do you start with? I know a lot of you guys tend to have a kind of an issue of when to get started on detailing. How do you market to people? How do you get to people? Friends, family, neighbor, co-workers. You could try and just talk about your business, talk about what you're doing, and even if you blow their ears off doing so, you know, that way whenever they need a detailing job or somebody else needs a job, they're already in your head, you know, or you're already in their head, I'm sorry. And just go from there. You could go through the neighborhood with your business card, just pass them out. Don't put them in the mailbox. That's illegal. But, you know, give people your card, you know, leave them at their doorstep, make flyers if you have to. But yeah, and that's pretty much it. You know, that's kind of the list itself. I'm gonna end up leaving a description of a list, a whole PDF file down below on the descriptions. That way you can kind of like print it out and you can have the list itself ready and you kind of know what to get, when to get. I'll also leave some links down below. That way, you know, you can easily find them and it'll send you to Amazon probably to get those supplies if you just easily want to order them off of online websites. If you do click those links down below, it can help with a small commission where it will most definitely help tremendously. That way I can continue this channel and even get more products if you guys want me to test stuff out and you want to give some reviews on them. So just, if you can help a lot, just click the like button and the subscribe button for more videos. See you guys next time. Bye guys.